Hey everybody, it's Darren back again as a couple minutes early here, and Coach Johnson from LSU is going to join us a little bit as we wait for people to kind of trickle on. I thought I would go through our website a little bit and just talk about the class a little as things get going. First of all, I've gotten a lot of messages from both parents and just people that have been kind of fans of our work for the last few years. And the one message that I've loved that I've received probably 6 or 7 times already is basically to the effect of, man, this is moving slow today. And I love hearing that. A couple times I was like, what do you mean this is moving slow? And they're like, well, there's only one commit. And I'm like, that's the way it should be, right? Like we've been kind of the last couple years been a little wonky, and this is the way it should be. That it's the start of all of this, remember, right? This is the beginning of this process. And I understand it's everybody's process, but remember, this is when they're all supposed to be getting to know coaches and accepting multiple phone calls and taking time to hear everybody's offers and pitches and all of these coaches that they've seen at tournaments and whatnot, right? Like this is the time that they're like getting to know all of them for the first time. And so remember, they shouldn't be accepting that offer right now. Almost very extenuating circumstances. They grew up in that hometown or, very, very rare. So the fact that it's moving slow is good, right? This is great. 27s, take your time. This is perfect. And weigh it through. And coaches out there, awesome on you for not giving the hard deadlines, giving these athletes their time to think things through. That's the big thing. And I get, we've gone through this multiple times on, the podcast when we're doing that a little bit more frequently in our content. I understand why coaches give the deadlines, right? And we might ask Coach Johnson that in a little bit. We talked about it when we did the on-campus segment with her months ago. I understand why they give the hard deadlines, because if they don't and their competition does, they may lose out on somebody, and this is their job. But coach, is good on you for giving some of these athletes time. And here it's 1:00 Central Time. We're literally 13 hours in, and people are like, oh my goodness, when's this going to crank up? Hopefully not for a week. Give them a couple days. And hold on. Let me see. Did I miss Coach? Here, let me go out of here. And I'm gonna stop sharing that and see. Hold on, it says Coach is on. I'm gonna try and find you. Hold on, technical difficulties as let's find her here. We're gonna try one more thing. I'll be right back. I'm gonna email this. So I'm here, everybody. I'm just sending this. For some reason I might have messed up my settings. My invite via text hasn't been working, but with Jalen it worked with his email. So we're gonna see if that hopefully works for Coach. But yeah. So anyways, this is great with the process and day one, and hopefully that continues and we get a chance for athletes to accept several phone calls, think things through. But we're going to get more into our coverage, our not rankings, but our PPV levels, and where we think athletes might be hearing from, who they're talking with, who they're deciding on, just some of our predictions, or my predictions, I guess, because this is what I do all year. I'm a recruiting nerd, and I like to sit and look at these things. And this is kind of like Christmas for me, is now predicting what the classes might look like. And it's a culmination of several years of work now to get the offers. And as we're learning, the college volleyball landscape and recruiting is changing, and it's different than it was a couple years ago. Hold on just 1 second, everybody. I apologize. Let me see if I can. Again, we're just trying to get Coach on here. Have a little trouble with the link, so just bear with us as we try and work this out and get Coach on our live stream here. Minute. Okay. We're trying again. I apologize. We can get in here as we try again to send Coach another link. We'll get in there, but with day one and the recruiting landscape changing, so much of it with what teams need, with the portal, with transfers, in and out, with every different thing, with now the rev share and how confusing that can be. Everything is so different, and everybody is just trying to figure this whole thing out. I'm sorry, one second. I'm trying to get Coach in here. Okay, everybody, hold on. I apologize. I'm going to start a new stream. Coach is not able to get on this one. So just look for a new one. I'm going to end the stream, start a new one, see if I can get Coach into it. And come on. So just look for a new live stream in a couple minutes. So I apologize. We're going to try and do a whole different link and see if we can get Coach Johnson on. So hopefully we'll be back in just a couple minutes. So bear with us. Thanks. We'll try and be right back with Coach.